What's up, y'all? It's your girl Samantha J, a fitness instructor out of Michigan. And today we are going to talk about fitness essentials. Yes. I know that there's a lot of people that want to build their own home gym, garage gym, basement gym, whatever it is that you want to build. I'm here to walk you through what you need to do to make sure you got at least the essentials in your gym, okay? So tune in with me real quick. All right, so fitness essentials. Now, this list is based off what I feel are good fitness essentials. You'll see a lot of people adding in a bunch of different stuff into their list. This is the stuff that I feel like is essential to fitness based off of my training beliefs, okay? So if you don't agree, that's okay. If it don't apply, let it fly. But I'm telling you, if you listen to this list, you'll have a very well-rounded training plan, because a lot of people only focus on one or the other when it comes to training. They only focus on strength. They only focus on power, or they only focus on speed. But what if I told you you could focus on all three at once? Let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on here. Fitness essentials. Now, don't laugh at me. I'm not the best writing on the board, okay? I'm gonna do the best I can so you guys can actually see what it is that I'm writing. So, alrighty. Fitness essentials. So, if you have a gym, the number one thing you should have in your gym, resistance bands. We all can agree that resistance bands is definitely a go-to when you have a gym. Resistance bands are so versatile. You can do anything with a resistance band. I mean, if you don't have weights, we know that weights become very expensive, right? So if you don't have weights, you don't need weights. Resistance band will help you get everything done that you need to get done. So resistance bands. Number 2, sandbag. They're not expensive either. You can get a sandbag from Rogue. I love Rogue. Shout out to Rogue. You can get a nice sandbag that'll hold 100 pounds from Rogue for $100. Now, I know that seemed like, that's not cheap, but actually in the world of fitness, $100 for a sandbag is actually pretty cheap. Real good, durable sandbags are gonna cost you. And I mean, they get upwards of $200-300, but you get the point. Let's move on. So we got resistance bands, we got we got a sandbag. That's sandbag. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't we just love when we have those brain farts? Sandbag, my bad. All right, number 3. That brings me to number 3, dumbbells. Now, obviously, dumbbells really would be like number 1, but I put it as number 3 because dumbbells can get very expensive. They really can. The stronger you get, the more expensive dumbbells are, okay? Now, when you first buying dumbbells, 10-pound, 15-pound dumbbells, they seem pretty cheap, right? You're like, yeah, I can do this. But once you get up there, boy, into them 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, you're going to spend a little bit of money. So with the dumbbells, I recommend you start with them, but get you some low dumbbells. You get your savings up if you want to stock up on dumbbells, because them going to cost you. Moving on. Alrighty, to number 4. Okay. Pull-up bar. Once again, pull-up bar, something that's very versatile. A pull-up bar you can do anything on, especially if you work out. Shout out to all my calisthenics people out there. If you love doing body weight workouts, then a pull-up bar is a must. You must have a pull-up bar in your home. They are very inexpensive. You can get them from Walmart, Meijer, anywhere like that, $20-30. A nice addition to any gym, no matter where you're putting it, whether it's a basement, garage, outside, wherever, you must have a pull-up bar. It is absolutely an essential piece of equipment that you will need in any gym that you're putting together, okay? So don't forget that pull-up bar, okay? And now we're going to get to other couple things. Boom. Bench. Now, benches aren't that expensive. I got my bench for like $170. You can get a bench if you want to for $90. Do I recommend? Absolutely not. When building a gym, you need to at least have some type of staple, or what I would say, some type of fund that at least allows you to get things that are at least durable, right? Because when you're working out, you don't want to put heavy weight on flimsy equipment. So when it comes to buying a bench, make sure you get your money up a little before you buy that. Even though you can get them for $90, I don't recommend. I've never had a $90 bench. Maybe somebody has. I'm not saying that they don't work, but for me, when it comes to fitness equipment, I really want to get something that I can feel confident is not going to break down. And a $90 bench just doesn't make me feel confident for that. So in my opinion, $150 is a nice price point for a bench. If you want a really nice bench, then we get upwards in the $200, $300, $400, and so on and so forth. But the point of this video is the fitness essentials, and a bench is definitely one that you need to have. So now, I know you're going to feel like, oh, you're probably missing a few things here, but I'm not. I'm not missing a few things because we said what? Essentials. This is just enough stuff to get you started, okay? Now, once you get a little bit of money, okay, and you want to add more stuff, let's talk about those things that you can add once you get a little bit of money. We'll talk about that later. We won't talk about that in this video, but I'll make another video once you get your money up a little bit and talk to you about more expensive equipment that you can add in your gym. But for right now, this is stuff that's very expensive. This is stuff that you can get less than $150, okay? So let's put that. We're going to put that up there. You can get this. This here, less than $150. Okay? All right, less than $150. You can get all of these things, especially resistance bands. I just got resistance bands from Shelter Fitness. Shout out to Shelter Fitness. I just got a pack of resistance bands from them, a nice pack, and I only spent like $60. Okay, you only need like $60, $70 for a resistance band. A sandbag, $100, you can get you a decent sandbag. Most people, if they're just now getting started with their gym anyway, they may not be that strong. So therefore, these essentials will be more than enough to get you going, okay? So let's kind of recap a little bit. We kind of set a mouthful. Let's kind of back it up, and we're kind of going down this list, okay? Fitness essentials, resistance bands. Resistance bands are very versatile. You can do whatever you want to do with resistance bands. These are a must-have. These, if anything, should be the first thing that you purchase. Number 2, sandbag. Not a lot of people like to do a lot of strongman/strong women type work. I encourage you to do such. I don't encourage you to just only lift weights. I encourage you to challenge your body and give your body a different type of stimulus, especially if you want to have a different type of performance. Our bodies eventually get used to certain movements and certain movement patterns. The sandbag is very versatile, and I'm telling you, you have to have a sandbag. You're really missing out if you don't have a sandbag in your fitness gym, garage, whatever it is that you're building. Number 3, dumbbells. I know that dumbbells can be expensive, but if you're a beginner and you're just getting started, they won't be as expensive for you. Either or, dumbbells is a must in any fitness setup. I don't care if you only have light ones. You must have dumbbells. They are too versatile not to. And when you're just getting started and you're on a budget, you want equipment that will help you be versatile. So that's why I put these pieces of specific equipment on here, because they're versatile pieces of equipment. That brings me to the pull-up bar. Listen, everybody should be doing pull-ups. Women, men, pull-ups is an absolute powerhouse. When you go to the surface, you're going to be doing pull-ups. I don't care if you're a woman or not. Pull-ups, I'm telling you, a pull-up bar is a staple. You've got to have a pull-up bar, and you can get you a nice pull-up bar, $20, $30. And that brings me to the last one. Last but not least, a bench. You gotta have something to perform your work on. Even if you are using resistance bands, you don't want to do all your work standing. You might want to do some work sitting. So investing in a bench that might run you like $150 is not a bad idea. But when you add all of this together and you buy it one by one, we're only looking at resistance bands. You got 50, sandbag 100. You might spend 100%. All of this equipment costs you less than $150 each, not in total. It pays to listen. I'm not saying that you only gonna spend $150 on this. I'm saying you can get each of these off of here for less than $150. Listen, guys, it takes time to build a nice space. It takes time to build a nice home gym. And you just got to be patient with yourself, because this equipment is very expensive. But I hope today this video really helps somebody able to get started on their journey for a cheap price. You can get all of this in total for less than $1,000. Okay, all of this for less than $1,000. You don't need $10,000 right now in your possession to go buy all of those machines, all of that stuff that people use. Yes, that stuff is good. Yes, it's imperative to train and open your mind and body up to new stimulus, but You have to do what you can with what you have. And that's why I made this video for those of us that need to do what we can with what we have. So again, here are your fitness essentials. Resistance bands, sandbag, dumbbells, pull-up bar, and a bench. And if you just, I'm telling you, if you need anything in your gym, guys, please make sure you get a pull-up bar. Too many people skimp out on this. Get a pull-up bar if you don't get nothing else. Get a pull-up bar and get resistance bands. These two, if you get nothing else, get these two. Because with these resistance bands and this pull-up bar, I'm telling you, you can still create a powerhouse physique. So again, my name is Samantha Johnson, fitness instructor out of Michigan. I just want to thank you for tuning into this fitness essential video. If you have any questions about anything I talked about today, make sure you drop them in the comments. And I'll be coming up and making a lot more of these videos, guys. So if you enjoyed this content today, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow along. And as always, go kick some ass.